Mobility and lifts for all your independence needs. Our Bruno Stairlift has the industry's best lifetime warranty. Call us today for your free in-home estimate. Let us lift you to independence, Chattanooga Mobility.
The benefits of hemp and CBD products are well known, but always choose a knowledgeable vendor that you can trust. The Hemp House carries products that are locally sourced from farmers we work with directly. The Hemp House on the North Shore, Ooltewah, Eastridge, and Hickson.
If it feels like everyone you know is coming down with something, you're not alone. The truth is there's a lot of sickness going along out there. Ed Jones, Katie Kuhlman are here from Nutrition World. Y'all are seeing it. People coming in saying, help me please. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We have 350 people a day on average. So we have a lot of feedback of what people are experiencing. And I'm actually been doing this almost 45 years this January. I doubt I've seen a time where we've had 4 different epidemics at once. It's not really been talked about. We have COVID, which definitely is on the rise, but luckily it's not lethal like it used to be. And then we have RSV, then we have the flu, and we have strep. All 4 of those at one time. The question is, and I know you're going to ask me this, so I'm going to ask myself, why is this happening?
Yeah.
It's not the fault of the virus. It's the fault that we have weakened our immune system to a point that is very, very risky. And why is that? Well, I want to use a term that we want to be the community for your immunity at Nutrition World. And
cute.
If we look at the immune system like an army or military, that is what we call the eosinophils, the neutrophils, the T cells. All these cells are in us to fight enemies, which are pathogens. They are weak because we don't eat enough protein, we eat too many carbohydrates, we don't sleep well enough, and we don't nourish the body the way it needs to be nourished. And that's what Katie's going to talk about. I was on a podcast with Clint Powell, one of the leading podcasters in this area, and I talked about it, about what exactly you do. For more in-depth, go to During the Break podcast, and it was just 2 weeks ago, and I spoke about specifics. But we don't have to be this sick. I looked up this morning, because I remember 1960s and 70s, this didn't happen. We may have had a few weeks or something, or we had one thing, but Walgreens in 1975 sold $1 billion worth of drugs. In 2020, they sold $175 billion in drugs.
Wow.
Now, I know that's a little bit iffy, but interpreting, but that shows you how much more people are running to drugstores.
Okay, so how much of it, and I want to give y'all time to talk about the products that you brought with you today, because if you are sick, you're sick, or if you want to take something to strengthen that immune system, that's important to do. But lifestyle in general is a problem, isn't it? Because if you're always either sedentary or stressing yourself out, shuffling from here to there, that just weakens it too, doesn't it?
Stress, how you sleep is very important. And then also think about it, it's not like all of a sudden these viruses just start up because it's wintertime. There's a reason. We're consuming more sugar, we're less active, we're outside less, we're not doing the right things. So it wasn't like the viruses didn't exist in the summer. You know what I mean? So we've got to look at it and analyze that. So
okay, so where do you want to start? Well, with your table
so I'd like
full
to
of
start
goodies.
over here. So these are under $30, just to put it out there, that these are a great startup remedy. So what this is this could be prevention for the wintertime season. So the way that we look at it is, you know, if we're setting up our army to fight, we can't have all the bad guys already beating us down and then we start reacting. We need to start as we know that wintertime is coming. So these are going to be great preventative measures. These are amazing little kits that have zinc, quercetin, which quercetin actually has been one of the top 5 herbs, and quercetin comes from oranges or like citrus fruits, and what it does is it goes and it stops the spike protein from replicating. So spike proteins come from viruses. When it gets in us, they replicate like crazy. Quercetin stops that replication quickly.
Is this like a 30-day supply?
It is. Both are a 30-day supply.
Perfect.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And then vitamin C and vitamin D are both in those kits. So those are all very well researched nutrients for the immune system.
Very important.
Yeah.
What do we have here?
So this is actually locally made in Dunlap. We love this company, Buried Treasure. This is basically the kitchen sink recipe. This has everything in it. Echinacea, golden seal, elderberry, silver, vitamin C, quercetin, zinc, vitamin D. It does not taste good, so I'm going to go on and put that out there. It does not. But you know, if you're worried about getting sick or you feel a sickness coming on, just do what you can to get it down.
Great for teachers, right?
Exactly, exactly. And I do want to say, keep these remedies on hand. If you wait 2 to 3 days into a sickness, you've waited too long to really help yourself get well faster. At that point, all you can do is kind of help the symptoms of it. We want to actually help the virus or the bacteria and your immune system heal it.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are these?
So these are to act upon, this is quercetin, like I was mentioning in that. So quercetin, that bioflavonoid coming from citrus fruits to stop that spike protein. This is the second you feel a sickness, this is activates defense mechanisms within 2 hours to start fighting. So like he was mentioning, the killer cells and the neutrophils and the basophils and all of it.
And it's a lot. I mean, and this is just a little tiny sample of what they have in the store. And by the way, you can also shop at Nutrition World for foods as well. They've got great sourced foods that
local foods, the organic, the clean foods, the meats, and also we have children's stuff.
So I'm so huge on this. I have to say, being a mom of 2 little kids, I see the way sicknesses wipe out the little kids and the families of just weeks at a time, and they go to their doctor and the doctor says it's a virus, there's nothing we can do about it.
And you should go to the doctor.
And you should, and we're totally not against medication or doctors, but what I want to draw attention to is there are things to support the immune system for viruses. There are, and so that may not be found in that pediatrician's office, but nature has some of those remedies. And so this is a pediatrician created line called Dr. Green Mom. She is a pediatrician of 20 years, Dr. Ashley, who has created these tinctures to support the immune system starting at 10 pounds. So that means for babies.
So that's if they get sick, you can then use that.
Exactly. Okay. And we have preventative measures too for kids.
Okay.
And her website.
Yeah, so Dr. Green Mom, if you just search that on Google, you'll find her website. She's changing over to Dr. Green Life, but right now it's still Dr. Green Mom.
Okay. What do we continue with down there?
So honey, superfood honey that has bee propolis, wonderful for preventative measures. We take that all winter time long. Same with bee propolis there. This is Ed's favorite remedy.
It's iodine. Nothing can live in the presence of iodine. I sprayed this in my car before I walked in here. So if you have bacteria or viruses, and I breathe
you were afraid of me, Ed Jones?
Not at all. I am got the armor on, so it will stop it.
It's a nasal spray.
Nasal spray.
Yeah, if you're on a plane, wonderful to
And
spray
isn't
before you
that
go
what
on
we a plane. found out? That was one of the reasons that COVID was so easily transmissible was the nasal?
Yes, that's where most of it comes through.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. 30 seconds left. What's on the end?
That's a tea, an immune support tea, and so we love this. At the first sign of sickness, it's got herbs in there, they're going to help, and you make it into a tea form.
I think of all the things that you've said, the thing that stands out with me the most is that sometimes when people say to you, there's nothing we can do, your answer is, yeah, there probably is something that we can do.
Yes,
So
yes. Thank you, Julie.
There's power in the positive. So you'll find them at Nutrition World on Lee Highway. NutritionW.com is the website. If you go shop with them today or over the weekend and you have forgotten what all these products were, they know it. They will help you. And who cares if January rolls around? You'll get through it nice and healthy. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie.
Thank you, Julie.
Your home may be worth more than you think. Yes, every week I have the pleasure of sharing with homeowners just how much equity they have in their home today. So if you're even thinking about moving, go ahead, call Local Mart today.
Hi, I'm Kate McKinnon.
And live from New York, it's Saturday.